Let's do it. Good morning. What up, everybody? Oh, millions. The millions of people watching. What's up, Slater? Let me know when you get your shirt. What's up, Gus? That's just because you haven't watched the show in forever. Good morning. Good morning. Why so late? We moved it to 7 a while ago, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I needed a little bit of sleep. I went and sauna this morning. What's up, Sean? What's up, Kevin? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, 7:03. It was like 7:01 and a half when I came on. What's up, Aaron? Oh, Aaron switched up his picture. About time. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. All right. All right. Easy, easy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all the people in the YouTube sphere, CrossFit sphere, whatever sphere you're in. Good morning, Jody. This is true. You have been missing for a little bit. Ooh, 21.3 and 4. Nice. Tell me about it. How'd it go? Did you hit a PR on either? I love 2-part workouts. I love open workouts. I love open season. Muscle ups. Oh, this bar muscle ups, right? Oh yeah, there it is. 20.2. That's what they predict is the repeat. I love both of those. They'd be solid. I love it. It's a good one. Sally, how'd you do? Did you do it in 2020 when it came out the first time? I know a guy. Sorry, your back hurts. 225. Probably shouldn't have done it in general, but who listens to me? What's up, Craig? Nice. Sally, are you a coach? Seems like it. All right. Programmed what back to back? 21.3 and 4? Just to start off with a little bit of positivity. I think the rumor is the repeats. Oh, you did that yesterday. Oh, yeah, that's no good. I thought you said earlier in the week. Oh, you did say yesterday. Been having some like processing memory stuff, kind of like almost like dyslexia things. Like I went to like throw away the food I was eating the other day instead of the wrapper thing. I don't know. I don't know if my head's just kind of all over the place. I think the rumor is the repeat is that's loud. Is 20.2, Gus. Yeah, I don't like a heavy deadlift on Thursday, especially before an intense effort. Even if it's not the heavy lift, just like an intense effort, like an open workout. 21.3. So either way, not ideal. All right, just to start the day off with a little bit of positivity. I know this is old, but Scott Panchik.
She's the hootie hooing. What?
In for the open, baby. Hey, starting off good. Uh-oh, here we go. So what's up, CrossFat? Well, it's not CrossFat. Who do we think? It has to be Grant. I thought it was Gus. Gus, you need to message right now. Prove it's not you. Who is looking for a new coach? Speaking of, oh man, what do we got here? Here we go. Scan the QR code right there. We're giving our programming away for $3 for the whole month of the open, all the way through the last workout. $3 you can get in there and get live strategy calls, direct feedback, video uploads, video feedback, warm-ups, programming during the open, all the things, just $3. What is normally, I don't know, $40 for the month. $3 all the way through the open. So yeah, scan the QR code. We'd love for you guys to join. Maybe stay after the open, hang out, let us coach you. Where I promise we're not shit at it. We do a pretty good job. Have fun in there, and yeah, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, especially the value for $3. I mean, it's kind of a no brainer. So yeah, it's cool. It was 30, 31, or 29 when I got up this morning when I went to sauna, and it was pretty miserable walking to the sauna. So that's that. Hmm. What's it at where everyone is? It's cold. I got a lot of Midwest people. It's like snow on the ground everywhere, right? North Kakalaki. Mhm. Yes. Mm. Oh, yeah, congrats to, JR for
within the CrossFit world, the athlete experience is up top of
this is
mind,
pretty cool.
right? And programming those events is the identity of the event because that's what draws the storytelling and everything with that. For this year, JR Howell is going to be our head programmer for the event.
Holy nice.
Yep. Yeah. So I think with events in general, right, within the CrossFit world, the athlete experience is up top of mind, right? And programming those events is the identity.
Cool. Congrats to JR. I know he'll do a great job. Um, let's see, did you wear your Walmart? No, I just kinda rolled out of bed, put some shorts on, put my pants back over it, and then, like, put I think this same hoodie on. I just, like, rolled and went there. I didn't wear my Walmart to the Y. So, um, I have to drive to go to the sauna, unfortunately. I don't have one. Not Grant. I don't know what that means. Alright. Alright, what else? What's happening in the CrossFit space this week? Would it be Oh, yeah, we're repeating what are we repeating in our template track today? We're doing I think we went, like, super old school to, like, 12.4 thrusters and chest to bar. Um Oh, yeah, TLSKD. That's good. I mean, hey. Oh, yeah, Tia's comment. Here we go, let's see. Mm, so it's like a back squat single and into chest to bar. But no, I didn't wear a fucking wool hat. Jeffrey. I don't have no fucking cat hat. All right. Anyways, chest to bar thruster. Who's done this workout? Means you're starting to be an OG now. If you've done this workout, means you've been in CrossFit a hot minute. This is something that Gus hasn't done. Let's see. There's some old birds in here. Jeff's done this for sure. CrossFit's probably done this. Who else? Not Sean. You guys are all babies. What's up, Tim? This is a good one. 7 minutes, spicy. That extra 5 pounds makes a big difference, you know? Um, uh, Sean, you haven't done this either. You guys have only been doing CrossFit like 10 minutes. So, anyways, yep. Let's see, and then finish up. What do we have tomorrow? Our master's track, some like upper body. Oh, yeah, because we squatted heavy yesterday. A little bit of upper body bodybuilding, some sandbag GHD work, handstand walks, and then some aerobic row and sleds. Finishing off the week, and then we just wrote our whoops. Um, we just wrote we just wrote next week for the final training before the open. I think Monday's our last like intensity day, and then we're going to deload. What's up, She J? This is such an interesting video. Is what a myth. Oh, the wool hat thing. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Let's see. Um, let's see. Wool hat in sauna. Mm, I mean, I'm assuming there's got to be something that's I don't know. I don't think it's really like I highly doubt that there's like a PubMed research article on it. Um, allows protects your head from overheating, stay in the sauna longer. I don't think my head overheats. Maybe it does. I don't know. I feel like it would get hotter though, right? Like I'm just trying to think of how that would feel. I feel like it would be worse. Maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe I don't know. But I feel like it would for sure be worse to wear a wool hat in the sauna, but I'm not gonna wear one. I only stay in for like 30 minutes. Um, I'm not trying to stay in for an hour or some shit like that. Um, but I don't know. It's probably not a myth. I mean, people do it, right? So now is there let's see, PubMed wool hat sauna. Mm, I don't know. Um, so the way you do this is your head overheats trying to do clock math. The way you do this is you just get the same exact time every time, and you just be better at pacing so you don't have to fucking worry about it. Or if you're like 2 seconds off of like a solid number, you just go to the solid number, and it's just that much easier, which is usually what I do. Like if it's like 108 and I'll just go to like 110, you know. Um Maybe not a whole number. I like try to go to like to the 10 or 15 or 20, et cetera, et cetera. Um, yeah, it's very strange. I don't understand the sauna. I don't get it. Um, I think it's supposed to allow you to maybe stay in the sauna longer and I see this is the only thing. This is what I thought she was gonna say when she posted that video yesterday. Was it's better for your hair. I assumed that would be the main reason, right? Because like, that much heat on your hair probably isn't great, and she was like, it keeps your head cool," and I'm just thinking of when I wear wool, like, the one wool thing that I own, I put it on for 50 seconds, and I'm drenched in sweat, and so I can't quite understand how it's gonna make me not feel more overheated, um, but yeah. Hey, I'm not a cheater. It's 2 seconds. It's fine. Arbitrary. The fact all you have to do is, like, reach down for your rope half a second late, and it's the same thing. I thought this article was really good. Um, um, oh, this, like, um oh, wait, where was it? Here we go. I liked this pay article. I mean, I think I'm sweating. So if it makes your head sweat more, doesn't that keep your head from overheating? I think it does. That's the opposite in the sauna, especially there because that water gets like superheated immediately. Like it's hot. Like if you blow into your hand, like it's hot. So I'm guessing that water gets hot, I don't think that would help. I think it's literally just, like, protecting you from the heat coming onto your head. I don't know. I don't know. This is a completely useless conversation, but it's okay. If I had worn one, I'd still have a full head of hair. You know what, Kevin? I think that's probably accurate. We need to go back in time and get you a, a a wool hat for your sauna usage. Um, okay. Mhm. I thought this article was really cool, um, from Spin, basically discussing the percentages, um I just thought it was really interesting. You know, people say that they should get more, here, and we have a nice long, comment here that they're actually getting stuff, and maybe some people feel like they shouldn't. This is also a great comment from Savan. Due to the UFC, golf revenue worldwide on any given weekend is greater than the entire revenue for the NFL. I wonder if that's true. It has to be, right? Because there's just so many golf courses. But that's because you can do it socially, right? Like, it's like when you go play golf there, it doesn't go to the professional, doesn't go to the PGA. Um, it's just an interesting 1827, maybe. Games run. What do we think? Does the chat think CrossFit and the CrossFit Games should separate? I keep going back and forth. I don't know. This is this is such a yeah, that's I mean, that's all this is, right? So Jeff says, I like how we burned 10 minutes on a useless conversation. All we do is have useless conversations on this podcast. I just want to make that wildly clear. There's nothing that we have that's of super value. I have no authority to have value on any of these topics, right? So, um, anyways, um, but reminds me of teaching and my students trying to get me off topic for sure. Only if Dana White takes over. That's right. Um, uh, this is the one that I really struggle with the most, right? Like competitive adaptives get 3% of the prize purse. Competitive, non-adaptive, 49 is the conversation no one's willing to have. Why are we accepting paying adapt? Like this is I coach the fittest person in adaptive, hands down. Her name is Katie Burris. She's deaf. She's a physical therapist, and she's fit enough to be, like a potential uh, individual semifinal athlete, right? She is, and we're gonna make that push, but it's still there. But it just like you just can't you just can't assume that that's it. It costs the same. It costs more money to run, right? It doesn't produce any money, right? The games also bring in ticket sales, a lot of them. If they're gonna pay out 49%, they're not gonna lose money running the event. Like, it just payout is only based, and it should only be based on how much money it generally brings in. In masters and adaptive bring in $0. $0. They bring in the money to the open, which is for sure less than 3%. It's like 1%. Okay. It's like maybe 1% of the individuals are adaptive that pay money to the open, and then they get that money right back into their purse. I just, like I want to support it for sure. I support Katie. I coach Lou, who was also in the standing diagnosed last year. She has MS, but to say that they should have a higher prize purse because they're elite is, I want to support them, but there has to be a reason, right? It's the same thing as saying, is why, like, you know, like the number one downhill skier in the world, right? Or X Games athlete or whoever doesn't make as much as LeBron, but maybe they're a better athlete. It's like 'cause LeBron brings in billions of dollars for the Lakers. Like, um, yeah, like if it was just open sign like if it was just adaptive open signups, like it would be less money, right? So anyways, eh, yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah. You think? All right. So all right. Anyways, right, he isn't, right? He's not even the best player on his team anymore. Um, uh, so, CrossFit, I think he's talking about the total amount of money coming into golf on any weekend. Um, like just like at your municipal, like people paying to play golf. Like if golf was all one entity, I think that's the reference. Um, I don't think that's what he's referring to. Yeah, like, he's just talking about, like, the amount of money golf itself, like, just the sport makes on a weekend is more than the entire revenue for the NFL. Yeah, I don't it doesn't it doesn't mix, like, one's a professional entity, and then one is just, like, the hobby, right? That's like saying that, like, you know, you could probably argue the same thing with running, right? Like, running events all over the world every weekend probably bring in close to what NFL makes, right? But, there's a million entities running a 5K every weekend, right? So, anyways, I don't know. I didn't quite understand that one. I'm sorry. Right, yeah, a gym's the amount of money a gym will make every Saturday when everyone walks in at 5 AM, right? This is definitely Grant, by the way. 100%. Uh, golf is making a killing. Just selling balls alone. PGA balls. Yeah, it's crazy. So much money. So much money. Um, Kevin, don't masters bring in more open registration fees than anyone else? I think last year there were more. In the last couple years, it definitely flipped at some point. I, I who knows if it's, um, what that looks like moving forward, right? Um, I imagine this year it'll be much more in the masters uh division as far as like the percentage from, you know, how many people over 35 sign up. I would guess the masters are going to really push that percentage further. I think most of the people that are withstanding their open registration are younger athletes. Um, mhm. What else? Grant wishes. I think it's Grant. Mainly because he's, like, relentless to not having someone respond to him, and it's, like, attempted at funniness of how he thinks that I think. I think it's Grant. Um, so we'll go with that. Let's see. Bennett's home today. Home sick, man. The flu really fucked us, dude. Holy shit. This is the sickest I've been. So I'm fortunate enough to not get sick very often. In the past 5 years, I mean, really probably the past like 10 years, I've only got sick 3 times, like 3 good times, like more than 48 hours. 2 of them were COVID. Both times I've had COVID. I had it September of 2020. I was quarantined. I had 100 plus fever for like 12 straight days and I couldn't break it. And the if Perrin ever watched this show, this is CJ's wife, is what Grant said. If Perrin ever watched this show, my heart would explode with joy. I would love it. She would never she'd give 2 shits what the fuck I do online. She hates my social media because I fucking curse and yell at people. Um, uh, and you spelled it wrong, dickhead. Uh, it's with a Y. Alright, so, anyways, back to being sick. So, I mean, just, since let's just go since I started being in PT, so 2016, right? So we're going on almost 10 years now. I've only been down for more than 48 hours 3 times. Both times I had COVID, September of 2020. I was we were still doing the quarantine thing and all that shit, and I mean, I had never been that sick in my life. That's the sickest, um, I've ever been, and still to this day, I couldn't it was terrible. I had, like, like COVID lung, I had the cough for 3 or 4 months, but, I mean, I was chills and, body aches for, like, 10 straight unremitting days. Cough set in, lost taste, all of it, every bit of it. And then last year in July, on our trip, right when I started, um, uh, Lucas, I went to the L in your name has this line in it. Um, and I'm getting there, Jody. I'm getting there. I'm still sick. This is the whole point of it. There's a line. I thought it was like a line on my screen. Um, what's up? And I thought you said here to coach. And I was like, all right, let's see it. Um, and 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 so then I had COVID in July. It's terrible. It was right when we started the podcast. I was sick for like low key like 2.5 weeks, like just headache and all that shit. Anyways, um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I thought it was like a piece. I went to scratch it on my screen, um, and because it just popped up, and I was like, "What is that?" Oh, anyways, and then this sickness, and I've been sick for. I got sick Friday night, and I still have a little bit of a headache, and I'm just now starting to feel better, but I'm still like green snot. Now I've got a really productive cough, but I think overall it's improving. Anyway, so those are the 3 times I've been sick in I don't know, however many years, 10 years. All right. So, all right. Someone said something. Who's sick? Gus is sick. The flu sucks dick. How's your wife? Down with this. I'm fucking over this sickness. But yes, bro, fucking. Mm-hmm. Yep. I love it. So in She J smells like Grant. It's totally Grant. See? I told you. It's not even a question. It's an easy one. It's an easy one to know. That wasn't even a month ago. That was like a week ago, right, Sean? At the Backyard Ultra? Yeah, dude. Anyways, just to come, finish up the sickness talk. This fucking sucks. Like, I can't shake it. Dude, I'm taking zinc like it's my fucking job. We were taking Tamiflu. That fucking made us nauseous. It's the worst. Anyways, so I'm sitting here. So I ran out of time this morning and I have yogurt and granola just staring at me. Like, eat me. But I'm not gonna eat on screen. I'm not fucking John Young. And a banana that's just looking at me. I want to eat it. Anyways. Did cat cow Jefferson curls for it's a lot of time. Ow. Damn, that hurt. NAC. That's good. Progress. Have you been to the doctor? Well, we took Bennett to the doctor Friday last week and he was positive for flu. So we just assumed we had it. I mean, because I got sick that night and Perrin woke up Saturday sick and she just went back to work today. So, what's NAC? NAC when you get sick. Hmm. I don't know what NAC is. NAC? What could NAC? I don't know. NAC supplement? I have no idea what this is. Acetylcysteine? Never even heard of it. Someone explain. Is it? Someone explain. What does it do? What does acetylcysteine do? Replenish antioxidant. Oh, glutathione. All right. Detoxify. Come on, guys. Detox. Hey, there's 44 people watching this fucking show. Hey, real quick, if you guys don't, two things. One, like and subscribe. Turn the little bell on. We do this every Tuesday and Friday. We'll try and do it a little bit more during the day as well. But like and subscribe. If you guys are gonna do the open, sign up. Just sign up. You should do it. Okay. Sign up for the open, scan that QR code, join the fight. I don't know. I feel like it's almost the fucking like the rebel thing to do is do the open this year. Anyways. But if you feel like you fucking suck in the open every year, because let's go, Chris. I love it. If you feel like you suck in the open every year, you make bad decisions, your name is Grant, you should scan this QR code right here and sign up for our coaching group. Our coaching group is just our programming inside of our programming template. You'll get warm-ups, live strategy calls, video reviews, predictions, everything, programming throughout the open, just for $3, all the way through the end of the open. Right there. Even if you're doing it at your gym and you don't want any of the stuff, you'll get all of the WODprep stuff in one condensed thing instead of getting 1,000 emails. Okay. Right here. Sign up for our group. It'll all be there. We use a system called WODup. You'll get an early coaching access. So we'll be doing a live video as soon as the announcement is done. Go over strategy, etc., building out warm-ups, all the things. And so it'll all be ready for you. My mom used to give me echinacea. So scan right there. Boom. Here, I can do this. I don't know if you guys understand how hard this is right now because everything is flipped. Scan there, scan there. Do all the scanning. Hey, you notice how there's no third Z on here anymore? Just kidding. I just wanted this to be the focus for the next 3 weeks. I take vitamin tests. That's right. Yes. Um, you gotta like come up with a clever name for test as a vitamin. Um, vitamin T. It's probably vitamin T. I think that's probably a better one. Um, sweet. Thanks, Jody. Yeah, Jody's part of our group. Oh God, third Z does work. I agree. What's up, Trish? All right, time to end the show. Trish is here. I don't know if I can handle her this morning. You can. You can, Gus. Message me. You can put it. You can be one of their um peoples, whatever it's called. Um ambassadors. Of course it does. Have you heard things about TRT 100% will raise blood pressure? This is the one reason. It's one of my sad things of all this fucking vascular stroke stuff. I'll never be able to take tests ever because tests for sure raises blood pressure. I mean, like it increases um, vascularity, right? I mean, it's just what it does. So there's a very direct correlation to it. It happens even if it's just moderate, but it 100% will um, have the possibility to um, um, cross fat. Are you talking about me specifically, or like while you're on test? Oh yeah, on TRT. Yeah, yeah. So, um, this is funny. Doesn't it crank up hematocrit too? I don't know. Probably. We want to say what hematocrit is for the watchers. Um, so do you get super nervous before taking your tests? We're talking about. I think that was a joke. Um, I didn't. I It's not. Yeah, hematocrit is just the amount of red blood cells in your blood, um, or the percentage of red blood cells in your actual blood. So, I don't know. Let's see. Hematocrit does TRT raise hematocrit? Probably. I mean, it would make sense. Yeah, because testosterone stimulates the production of red blood cells. Men who receive tests, 4.4 increase in hematocrit after 3 months. All types of testosterone therapy will increase hematocrit compared to placebo. So yes, Trish. Um, yeah, polycythemia can increase to polycythemia. Um, so basically, your blood can have too much blood in it, which is such an interesting concept. What a weird thing, yeah. What a very strange concept for it to be. Got some good combos going on today. What else? Hmm, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's almost like bloodletting, which is fucking crazy. It's literally what it is. But um, yeah. Mm, anything on social media? Time to get the leeches. That's right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. What else? Anything? Anything fun in the CrossFit space? Um. Hmm. Ben Smith's in the open. Of course he is. That gym's never fucking going anywhere ever. No. Trish, I love this. It's almost like a clapback, um, to, the I'm out and the I'm in. Uh, Savon, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm interested to see if that's a good thing for Syndicate from, like, a total viewership perspective. Um, and I only say that, I 100% support it. I think it's great. Uh, but will it cannibalize some of the people that just don't like Savon, right? I don't think it matters. Everyone's gonna watch CrossFit regardless of um, who's promoting it, but, like, he is polarizing, right? That the whole locker room bit, like, who's gonna announce, right? So, like, they're putting it on, so who's gonna announce, right? That's a much bigger deal than NorCal, in my opinion. Um, uh, and, uh, and so Uh, it's just something that kinda crossed my mind, like, will his involvement limit some of the viewers in support that's coming in? Because I mean, some people really, obviously, like, are polarized and pushed away from Saban. Um, I don't know, I don't have an answer for it or anything, I hope not. Um, uh can I program better than JR? No, probably not. I think competition programming and games athlete programming and athlete development programming, they're just all a little bit different. I also don't think anyone programs better than others. Like if you're just practicing principles, like we all have the same general principles. If you have a great understanding of CrossFit and like varied exposure within like a certain time domain, we should be able to do pretty well, right? Everyone just looks at it a little bit different. So, I don't, that's not really like a question that I would uh, answer. So, Jeff asked about French throwdown and penalties. My athlete didn't get a penalty, so I'm not super upset, but it seemed for Anais, that was a shit penalty. It's terrible. Like that, I don't understand why she got a penalty at all. Like not even a little bit. You know, the only thing that I was thinking was potentially the bounce, um, but her arms got straight every time, right? It's like so one of the new standards that's sort of like that like has been a Wadapalooza and Fittest to the Coast is like when you bounce cycle, your arm has to get fully straight at the hip, which I think is dumb as fuck, but it is something that has happened. So, that was it. That's what I was thinking, and it just didn't. Her arms were straight. It's just a bad call. Ben is in the open for sure. New owners, we don't know anything yet, but if it's B Sport, then a couple things. They have a lot of interest to grow affiliates because of all of their, like because of Hustle Up, because of Waterbox, because of their CRM stuff, right? And all of their e-commerce things that they run. They have a big uh, benefit to try to push sport because of Fittest Freakist and Northern Spirit, their clothing companies. Those things are all going to be pushed through sport a lot better than they will through affiliate. So, and they have, and that, so if that's who it is, great. How do we feel about going to Europe? I don't know. Um, um, so authenticity. I'm not sure. If you don't like Savon, fuck you for sure. Do I think Teal's 100%? Right. She did say that she was focusing on high rocks, but Tia can also focus on high rocks until June and then do the CrossFit Games and still win. Right. Very, very. So um, I think it's just throwing shit at the wall and seeing if it sticks. Thanks, Trish. Um, do I think Tia will do CrossFit season? Um, it's not all high rocks for sure. There's no way it's all high rocks. Mainly because her pulling out, I think, because she's the face of the brand and no one will fault her for staying in, but people at this point will fault them for pulling out. And also, we know all of the other proven athletes are doing it. So, um, I just don't think she just doesn't have to do the thing. She doesn't have to train 30 hours a week to be better than everyone else, right? Similar when she did bobsled, right? Like she just needs to train for like 3 months. So I'm assuming she's gonna push high rocks. She'll do the open, probably try to qualify through the open, um, and then just focus on high rocks, in between that and not prepare for any other competitions. That would be my guess. Because probably why she didn't do WFP, leaving money on the table. She probably just doesn't want to compete that much. She just wants to focus on the games, probably focus on high rocks. Gucci is doing pretty well. She got sixth in that burpee thruster piece, which was fucking sick. Um, and so yeah, she's doing good. So she's working through that that double under snatch toes to bar one now. How did Gucci do? Is there? Yep. Hashtag WODprep is the leaderboard. Um, Hashtag WODprep. Yep. Vera. Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of, in the same space. But um yeah, but that's a hang. So yeah, I mean, whatever everyone's opinion is, right? It is what it is. But again, it is divisive, right? So I'm just interested to see if that like hinders who takes part in it, who watches it, etc. Um, Jeff, my thought was she didn't go into a hang. It is a hang though. Anything below the hip is a hang as far as like relative to where your shoulders are. That's never been a standard. I'm guessing that's what they called it on, but that would be just a misunderstanding of the hang or just a misexplanation of what their standard for the hang was. That would be it. Um, what is B sport? Um, I'm gonna put you in timeout. Grant? Now it's definitely Grant. Um, what is B Sport? It's like a holding company for all of these other companies. They own an apparel company, like a um, bit like gym e-commerce, uh, gym management, and they own a bunch of other like different pieces of the puzzle within like running a CrossFit affiliate or doing competition or selling apparel or managing like tracking results or billing customers, things like that. Yeah, I agree. Why would she walk away from the money? What's the High Rocks prize purse? I think it's only 50 grand, um, uh, but um, I, th- I think it's just more of like succeeding in another sport, not the money, right? I don't think it was a poorly written standard, was it? I didn't think so. I mean, I thought it was pretty normal. Um, it was just a hang, like, let's see. Mm, Hang power clean must start with bar position at or above the knees and be caught in the front rack position. The rep is valid with full extension at the top. Athlete must stand the deadlift before starting with hips extended. I mean, that's it. I mean, there's not a I mean, it's just the normal it's literally copy pasted from, uh from any other competition. I don't think it's a poorly written. I think it's more of a poor digestion from the French throwdown of what a hang power clean is, personally. Um, yes, that for B sport. Um, um it's funny. Yeah, poorly enforced. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a normal standard, right? It's a normal standard. I don't know. I couldn't read what their she posted their what their feedback was. I couldn't read it. It was in French. So anyways. Um, so so this is they're not, right? I know that whole world has their view on HWPO. Um, but their view on CrossFit is just competitive CrossFit is not where the money is. That's it. They have 15 CrossFit programs. They're very into CrossFit. Now, could they be more supportive, like just into the space in general? I think so, right? Um, uh, but but they know that competitive CrossFit there is no money in, right? So why push the needle to coach Katrin or Mal or Sam or, these athletes? They just don't there's no money there, right? If there's any money, it's only the money specific to that coach, and it's based on if the athlete is successful and they win, right? I was talking to another coach in the space that's coached higher level athletes than me. Um, um, and um, and so we were talking about the relationship between coaches and athletes, and um, hey, that was mean. See you, buddy. But be nice. If you're still around, I'll come back. Here's the long-winded CJ. Um, so back to this one. Uh, it's the elite athlete, whatever, right? Like the desire to coach elite athletes, right? Or be in the elite space or the high level competition space is not financially beneficial. And the problem is the coaches have set themselves up for this from day one, right? Some of these athletes have six-figure sponsorships, multiple six-figure sponsorships, and the coaches are getting paid $500 a month or $300 a month, or they're not getting paid at all, and they're just hoping that the athlete's name will grow their what will it grow? It's not gonna grow their athlete roster, it's going to grow their template track program. So, instead of wasting your time getting a high-level athlete, um, and hoping that their name will push your template track, you just focus on getting people into the template track and coaching the mass. I've made that mistake. I mean, I love coaching higher level athletes. I think it's a lot of fun, but I'll never do it for free. Um, and some of these coaches do. These all these high level athletes, they don't pay for programming, or if they do, they're paying minuscule amounts of money, which is just mind blowing to me. Like, if this athlete is making 100,000 or a couple $100,000 a year programming, and they pay me $5,000 a year, we got a problem. Like, that's not okay. No, they're not. This is the only way companies make money. Proven, TTT, HWPO, Mayhem, all of it. Okay. um, template tracks are the only thing that make money. The only thing that make money. It's the only thing that makes money, right? Because if you have individualized coaching for higher level athletes, you're paying a majority of that fee to the coach, right? Like if you're the programming group, okay? So, um, and it's minutes awake. And it's not where the financially, like, it's not where you're gonna make your money. So, um I think it just depends on the track, right? Like, we have a fitness track, right? Like, we have a fitness bias track, we have a scaled track, we have a competitive track, um, but we do everything based on the open, but we have accessory pieces, like, we have accessory tracks as well, like, to get better at gymnastics or get better at muscle ups, or, like, weightlifting or engine, etcetera. And so the question is the point of template tracks to make people better at CrossFit tests or make them well-rounded athletes? I'd argue that a great CrossFit test is a well-rounded, but it just depends on the template, right? Like, what's your focus? Are you focusing on, like, do you use the open as, like, your driving point of your training? Then it would be CrossFit test. Are you just wanting to help them stay fit? Um, uh, then it's, you shouldn't have certain movements in there and things. So it's really dependent. Like, we have things for both. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you don't train running, Trish. The open never has running, and it does. It had it for like 3 years in a row. But it doesn't mean you don't train running. But yes, you are right. Like, the more specific you get just to the open, the less you would do outside of stuff. Like, you wouldn't do sandbag cleans or sled work. You know, you would just continue to narrow for the test. But we know that, eventually that's not ideal because you can only cycle a barbell so much. You can only do so much gymnastics, right? But we know those things will help you improve the open and help you, create longevity in your training, right? So, um, uh, and that's where seasons come into play, right? We do a lot more running after the open through the summer, and then we start to do a lot less running and prioritize rowing as the primary aerobic outlet, as the season starts to come into play, right? That's off season, etc. Right? More GPP, weakness work, hypertrophy, strength, pure aerobic stuff. And then it starts to build into something more specific. I use the analogy of a puzzle, right? So when you do a new puzzle, what do? Right? You flip all the pieces over, and then you start to you find your corners and you find the borders, and then you start to pull all the pieces together that are in different chunks, right? Based on the colors or the screen, whatever's in the picture. And then as the puzzle comes together, as you start to put all the pieces together separately, right? Like, you'll work on the left corner and you'll work on the right corner, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you'll start to bring it all together. And so that's what CrossFit programming, that's really what all programming should look like, right? As you move into at least it's my opinion, right? Everyone, if you're a, a true blue, like a diehard CrossFitter, you don't think this is the way, and that's totally fine. There's success everywhere. But I look at it from a linear periodization standpoint, from an overarching theme, right? And so in the off season, we're doing a lot of things that we wouldn't see in the open, right? More sleds, more sandbags, more strongman, more pure strength, more pure aerobic stuff, longer runs, a lot of running, etc. More of the, like, rotation, single leg, like, joint health stuff, kind of the odd things. And then it starts to become more normal and more consistent with CrossFit as we get closer to the season, right? And that's how we avoid, overuse, repetitive, like, cyclical type injuries, things like that. So, um, uh, What were we talking about? Oh, this started with HWPO. I think they have a great thing, right? I know everyone that's right. Amanda knows. Yeah, she's my athlete. Um, uh, she knows. So back to Jody's question, wherever it was. Um, I think HWPO just isn't focusing on the sport because the sport itself isn't where the money is, right? The money is basically trying to do what fucking street parking is done, which is just like find people that want to do fitness, you know, and that want to, um, that some do the sport and you can do it doing that, or they want to do something that's a little off the norm, which is totally fine. Um, is Crom train still? I can't believe fucking Ben, dude. Hey, whoa, this is something I feel. I feel like I have like a pretty good knowledge of the space. Benny B was a drug popped athlete. Like, he got popped for using drugs in 2010. Who knew? That's the craziest thing. Um, is CompTrain still a CrossFit program? I don't know. I don't know what clomiphene is. I don't know that's what he got popped for. Is that like the hair stuff? Oh, induce ovulation in women. That's weird. Why would a man take it? Male infertility. Increase FSH and LH. Oh my god. That's so great. That's so funny. The shittiest PED. Um, Jack 3D. Bro, that shit was fire. Um, so HWPR is more about selling yeah, I mean, that's what makes money, right? So they wanna sell programming. That's what we wanna do. That's all I mean, I wanna provide a great product, but I want 25,000 fucking people inside my group, right? I mean, that's just what we want. So, um, there's there's clomiphene in Jack 3D. What? Is that what you're saying? Um, Matt is more about his bank account than he is the sport. I mean, I think they're just predicting that the sport itself is not super profitable outside of like Proven, Mayhem, TTT, and I mean, like as far as that, right? It just is what it is. So I don't fault them for doing what they do. I think their programs are good. Um, I think it could be maybe be better. Oh, got it. Uh, some of their, but I mean, they do the golf thing with weightlifting with Amy. I mean, they have good people in their staff. Um, no matter what the rest of the YouTube world thinks. Um, I think they're generally good people. It's what it seems like. Um, so, um, Grant, can you just fucking ask anything of value? Um, My box only allows us to do the WOD during class. The outside programming only works if you work out alone. Right. So for sure, so I expect the same in most boxes. It is. It's definitely one of the biggest things. But there are a lot of people, like to train alone, or they like to do some extra stuff on their own, which is why we have accessory programs. Like 66%, two-thirds of our company is designed to be done on top of your current programming, right? Like we have like all of our courses where you learn skills, and then we have accessory work that you can add on 3 days a week to like build your engine or bodybuilding or something like that too, right? And then we sell those for like $9 a month. Or we have like our skill courses, like learn and muscle up, learn toast the bar, etc. And so the question is, so seems you want boxes, not individuals, to grow. I'm not understanding what you're saying. Like for WODprep specifically, and it's as far as like the majority. I talk to a lot of people. It's not the majority. It's less now than it used to be. It used to be a lot more, and it's slowly dwindled over time. I think people just understand that, some people just like to do their own things. So it's less common than what it was. I haven't come across someone like looking to buy a program or get coaching that struggles with that. Um, Specifically if the box, like when the box doesn't allow it in a long time, like it's been a while. No, because if so, the problem here. So sure. So yes, you want to sell programming to boxes. No, unfortunately, affiliate programming is completely 100% monopolized, and it is going nowhere. Way harder than selling individuals stuff. Mayhem Mayhem's hold on box programming is absurd. Affiliate programming is not profitable. There's only, again, it is crazy because it takes a lot more work for the week. Um, they stay a lot longer than individuals do. They don't jump around. We do offer affiliate programming, but it's not beneficial. Like it's not profitable. And it's because Mayhem's hold on affiliate programming is insane. Insane. I estimate that they program for almost half of the boxes in the entire world based on how many people I speak to, do programming, etc. Facundo made a comment when they were in, like, I don't know, Germany or France last year, about he just made a comment of how many they coached, and it was somewhere in like the 4 or 5,000 box range. So um it's crazy. Like their whole, I don't think people realize their hold, or they don't think about it. I think about it because I just talk to so many people on sales calls and just in our groups and stuff like that. But I don't know any box that does anything else. Um uh cap is Cap is growing a little bit. I've noticed more and more people doing cap. It's gotten better. It was so bad when it started, but it's definitely improved a lot, and a lot of people are using it, and so I'm all for that. I mean, I'm all for people doing mayhem. Like, don't get me wrong, right? Like, I mean, this is just like jealousy and envy. Like, yeah, I want us to fucking coach 1,000 boxes. I want us to have 10,000 people in our template tracks. I mean, guys, Mayhem is making millions a month on selling template programming, millions. So, um, like, don't forget that. It is crazy. I mean, they have a complete monopoly on all of it, right? So, yeah, anyways. Um, but yeah, no, we wanted to, and it's not in it. So WODprep does, we do one thing, we do a couple things. We sell programming, template, and accessory, and we sell courses, how to learn a skill. That's what we do. Um, it's 99. Avera, WODprep's at 99. Um, Gus, you're late. You're 6 minutes late. I tried to stay on for you. Um, um, and I think it's good. People just want to be fucking beat to death, right? Cap is great. I think cap is solid. People just they just want the hurt, right? Like they want to finish a workout and they want to feel dead every single time, you know? People are starting to dislike mayhem because mayhem has started to, it was the intensity was so much higher. Um, uh, the intensity used to be, it's like the volume used to be so much more. Um, and but it's really dropped itself down a lot recently because of this right here. So box used to do it too much. So the problem with this is what it is the boxes will basically program um, freedom, and freedom's just really hard. So, anyways, we're not going to talk about why people should or shouldn't do mayhem. You should do WODprep's programming. It's $99 a month. Um, it's not a lot more. I think it's like 150. Um, dropped a new box in LA. Use cap. Yeah, it's great. I think it's good. I got a coach that I mentor. Her gym uses the gym she owns uses cap. Um, and um, let's see. Uh, Jesus Christ. All right. Should we block Grant? Um, see, Jody knows. But seriously, guys, hey, real quick. If you're doing the open, there's 44 of you watching. Two things. Okay. One, three things. Sign up for the open. If you're not signed up, come on, get to 50. I don't think I've ever had 50 on the morning show, but we're right there. Sign up for the open. Like and subscribe. Turn the fucking bell on so you guys come join me every Tuesday and Friday, 7 a.m. Okay. And if you're doing the open and you want a little bit of help for fucking less than a coffee that you're going to go spend at Starbucks with fucking sugar in it, scan this QR code and join our open group. Okay. Join the open group, $3. The open coaching group is our programming, um, our programming template, WODprep programming. We'll be doing live coaching strategy calls, warm ups, video review. So if you shit the bed and you need help, post your video in there. We'll give you feedback. We'll help you create strategy, answer questions. What if we're not an affiliate? How do we join? I think you just have to video. You can still do it. You just have to video and post your video. You can still do the open. You just can't do the second stage. Everyone can do the open. You can sign up. Um, uh, yeah, and you can do the open on your own. Yeah, Jody, you're in the program. You have it. You don't have to buy it. Bennett's still sleeping. Thanks, Avera. I like the fact that it's a small group and the way CJ interacts with the group. Are you talking about the podcast? I assume you're talking about the podcast. Or maybe you're inside the group and we just don't know. Is that it? Oh, dang. Will my back be good enough for the open? Yeah, I think it will. I mean, I think you always run the risk of it being like 24. God, if it's fucking 24.1, I'm going to be so annoyed. What a dumb workout to repeat. No, it was a fine workout, just not a great repeat workout. Like, um, I don't usually, we have one in there, but he's in a slumber pod, like over his pack and play. So we can't see him, we can just hear him, but it's in the other room. It's literally right on the wall, so I can hear him. But no, we can't see him when he's sleeping, because he's inside of the slumber pod. So he sleeps 13 hours unbroken every night and 3 hours for nap. So we keep him in the slumber pod. That's what he's going to do until it's time to. No, he can't fit in there anymore. Will your back be good enough? Probably. But I mean, if it's a high volume hinge, I would say that it's probably going to be, maybe a little risky, but I would keep doing the stuff that I gave you. You still have a week. No. Should I do 2 Metcons a day to get ready for the open? No, absolutely not. Yeah, definitely too late. For sure, too late. It's not about volume now. It's just about intensity. Whoa, whoa. For those who have bad backs, please learn to avoid flexion of the lumbar. Come on. We never want to avoid it. That's how we get a bad back. We want to promote it. We just want to promote it with control and progress. If we avoid it, then it's never going to be better, Avera. Please tell me that came off wrong. We've talked about this before. We're just we want to flex the lumbar. It's meant to flex. That's why it does it. If we avoid flexion, then every time we rake the yard or pick up the dog or put on our shoes, we're going to put ourselves at risk. We want to promote flexion. We want to promote it frequently in light loads to continue to increase exposure to different things. If you're going to do something like 24.1 and you've avoided flexion, you can't avoid flexion in a dumbbell snatch, right? So, anyways, this is pretty aggressive. Maybe like we start with something simpler. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Don't yell at me, okay? If you had a bad back, underload, right? Progressive overload, graded exposure, very important. Yes. I wouldn't go and do 24.1 if you're struggling. It's probably going to turn out really bad if you haven't built up to that. Zercher Jefferson curls for the win. They're pretty aggressive. I do like them. I don't program them. But I think they have a place for some heavy load for sure. A lifting belt will 100% protect your back and make sure that you see a Vera because your back will be a big old pussy. Oh man. We know. I agree. I hope so, Avera. Be a good talk one day. Whenever you get the balls. All right. Oh, what else? Anything? Anything worth talking about? There's still a lot of you fucking sticking around. Dude, if I fucking get 100 people concurrently watching the morning show, I'm gonna pass out. That'd be sick. That's right, Jeremy. I love it. Y'all, this kid is fucking crazy. Hold on. We'll finish off with this because I'm not that. This one. Dude, this kid's front rack is wicked. Y'all, this is a baby. This kid's that was 200 kilos. Look at this front rack. Boop. Look at this thing. It's even crazier on his page if you guys haven't seen. I think it's this one. Watch this. Oh, nope. Look at that. What the fuck? Vince. Vince who? How's Mako been? Mako's good. Mako's good. Yeah, we're downtown. Different spot. Y'all, this front rack is insane. Wild. There's so much external rotation happening in the shoulder. It's nuts. Yeah, well, he's fucking ginormous. Yeah, you just need so much shoulder range of motion to do that. But again, his arms are long as shit too. So if he was narrow, that bar would have to end up like another 4 or 5 inches higher. So I mean, it fits him well. Why'd you laugh, Jody? I don't know who Vince is. It's a snatch. Yeah, that's right. It's a jerk snatch. Let's see. I mean, his snatch is right here. No, his hands are on the collars. So I assume that he clean and jerks way better than he snatches just because his arms are so long. Look at that knee. This knee almost ooh, that was like a sit. Oh, this is like 2 years ago. These are all old. This one's brand new. He doesn't post shit. Let's see what we got here. Jody, why did you laugh? What's funny? I don't know. He's strong as fuck. Jesus. Look at that. What the fuck? No, he's a weightlifter. I don't think he's ever done CrossFit. That was sick. Yeah, no, he's not a CrossFitter. Oh wow, 143 is big. That's a huge. I was gonna say that's gotta be his heaviest. It is a PR. 7 kilo comp PR is crazy. He's always gonna struggle with the snatch though. Um, Relative to his clean and jerk, just by his anthropometrics. But I mean, he's fucking impressive. All right. Okay. I am. I think we're gonna call it. I'm gonna try and eat. I have a meeting at 9:30. Spend some time with Bennett. Real quick, what's everyone's plans for the weekend? Anything good? Is there anything on this weekend that we should watch? Fucking USA lost last night. Oh, yeah, right. I wish. I gotta get up early on the weekends too. It's when I get most of my programming done. I can't sleep in, unfortunately. Just isn't in the cards. Let's go. This is awesome. Dude, guys, this is the kind of information that I want. Avera says, I completed Grace for the first time under 7 minutes. This is the information that I want to see. I want to see people. I want to hear about people's training success. That's all I want to talk about. I know we're going to talk about the drama, but if we don't, let's talk about fucking fun shit. Jeremy, show choir comp for my daughter. A lot of testosterone, not so much. I love it. Congrats, Avera. That's so awesome. Just hanging around, waiting for you to come back, Sean. That's it. Huh. All right. Adios. Enjoy the day. Sunday was really good. Maybe we'll do like a Sunday afternoon show. That was a really good show last week when John bailed on me. We'll see. If not, I'll see you guys on Tuesday.